Welcome to Squatch-D TV, where the truth is first before all else. Join your hosts, veteran investigator, TV personality, and author Steve Kulls, and from the Kentucky Bigfoot Research Project and the Kentucky Fried Fixes channel, Chris Bennett. Sit back and prepare to take yourself on a journey with the longest-running Bigfoot podcast, Squatch-D TV. Here are your hosts, Steve and Chris.
And here we are, another Squatch-D TV Live. What's up, Chris?
Hey, Steve, how's it going, man?
It's going. I think we got the bug worked out of our system here tonight.
Yeah.
That only took an hour and a half.
Oh, man, I hope you guys are getting some of this lovely, cool weather. I have been enjoying this, and I'm just so happy to walk past the thermostat and see that the air conditioning is not on.
Yeah, exactly.
I think mine kicked on a little bit yesterday, but that's about it.
Today was a perfect fall day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold, just right sunny. And the nor'easter is gone, so that's a good thing. And didn't have much rain up my way.
You guys probably going to have some snow soon.
Shh. We don't like saying the S word. That's a four-letter word.
It's coming. Yeah. Oh, man.
So, yeah, this week, I think this weekend, my AC units are going out of my windows.
Good. So. About time, man. I'm glad of that. I hope we get that typical, month to where you don't really need the air conditioning and you don't really need the heat. Just throw on an extra blanket at night or something, But if I can get that 1 month break in my electric bill, it just thrill me to death. Yeah. Just a month is all I'm asking for.
Yeah, the good old New York State approved our power company's rate hikes. Of course, they always approve them.
Oh, yeah.
They never say no to these people.
No, man, no. Yeah, we need to raise the electric bill up, 30%. Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's not like, the peasants can't afford it.
I got to tell you, there was these crooks that long time ago I moved to an area a little south of Albany.
Yeah.
And they sent me a 3-month bill for electric for $900.
Wow. Whoa.
And they were like trying to explain it away. Well, there was it was a spike in energy prices. Screw you.
Oh no.
Sending me a $900 bill. Go kiss my ass. I was out of that area within, I think I moved in March, and I was out by the end of July.
Yeah.
It was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Nightmare all around. Never saw a place where you couldn't get the regular cable company, you couldn't get the regular telephone company, you couldn't get the regular power company.
Right.
And everybody was fleecing you.
Oh, that's like it is like around here, When you live in rural Kentucky,
the internet sucked. It was like they didn't have fiber optic at the time. They just had what was that? Not the old style dial-up, but the next one up, where it was transmitted through the telephone lines, but it wasn't. Oh, it was horrible. And then they if I wanted the fiber optic, it was like $300 a month.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Well, things have improved now that we've moved about 1 mile from the city.
Thank you, Greg. DSL, yes. Yeah, I was paying $160 a month for DSL.
DSL, yeah.
For $160 a month, I pay less than that now for what I get.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unreal.
We gotta have a good signal though. Gotta have that internet, especially if you cut the cable.
Well, the DSL sucked as it was.
Oh well, yeah. Well, we got
Thank
on.
God, we were on Blog Talk back then, and not on this, because we wouldn't have been able to do this on that.
Right. We got on that fiber optics thing, and it's pretty fast. I've been really pleased with it, especially since we use that for our TV and entertainment stuff too. streaming services and stuff. And it works good.
But I remember getting in there. I asked them if they had Spectrum or Time Warner Cable at the time. I'm like, oh, yeah, we do. They lied.
Yeah.
They lied. They actually lied. And they didn't have Verizon either for a phone line because I was thinking maybe I can get Fios. Nope. We have New York State Tel. What the hell is that? Some hokey doke little rinky dink company that serves like 3 counties in New York State.
You got on the phone with a salesman, so anytime you ask him a question, do y'all have like a NFL Sunday show? Oh,
no,
yeah,
they were lying
we got
to
it,
my face.
Right, yeah.
And then when it came to an end I was out in Massachusetts doing a surveillance for an insurance claim. The ex was out working, and she gets home before I do, and she says, the apartment is flooded. The door is wide open.
Ooh.
The management's been in here, and nobody bothered calling us.
Wow. Well, that was nice of them. Yeah. That's kind of place where a man don't want to spend too much time.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Yeah.
And then they didn't want to replace the carpets.
Oh,
and there's carpet padding underneath it.
Yeah.
Ruined a lot of our furniture because of water damage.
Oh, yeah.
And we even called the health department. Health department cut a piece of the carpet up. And they're like, oh, yeah, this isn't the first time this has happened here either.
Oh.
And then the reason why was because all their lines, they were trying to say, oh, well, it was the weather. The weather was fine. It rained. Big deal. Right. But all their drainage pipes were stuffed full of leaves. In fact, I even took a picture of one that had a toy stuck in it.
All right.
Yeah. Well, we just had these things cleaned out last October. No, you didn't. Don't bullshit us there. So as we're getting ready to move, the apartment above us, they were renovating that one, and they were throwing all the shit in front of my door.
Well, that's nice of them. My man appreciates that.
And they had a community pool. They had a community pool. It was July 21st, and the pool still wasn't open.
Yeah.
I'm like, this place is bullshit.
Well, yeah. That pool, though, you only want to open that for a day or two a year. Oh, man. I looked at a place with a pool. I actually wanted a pool, but, it's not really worth it. It's not. Too much money.
But Mick, you got to understand, Mick said something about the government of Ontario sells its electricity to New York State.
Yeah.
For less than what they charge Ontarians. Yeah, but we don't get it for what they sell it to the state either. Don't forget that. Everybody has their delivery charge.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, man. Yeah,
Mick, that's a good one. Carpetbaggers. Yeah, they were horrible. I moved out. I told them that's it. I was only on a 6-month lease. I said, you know what? I'm leaving.
Right. I don't blame you. Yeah. You don't have to worry about that anymore. That's good.
Yeah.
Got your own pad.
And the fact was, for like 3 days, the whole kitchen carpet, the living room carpet was damp, and then it started smelling like must, although we had the windows open with fans blowing out.
Wonderful.
I bought a couple of fans. They refused to reimburse me for those. Yeah. They refused us to give us an abatement for the rent for the month because, they were just horrible.
Everybody loves to, squish through their house while they're the bare feet. Yeah, everybody loves that, man. Especially in the summertime, it's cool.
Meanwhile, I had a bookcase that ended up going in the trash where the bottom started to rot because of the dampness on it. Yep.
Soaked up the water, wicked it up. Yep. They sure will.
Yep. So, and there was a couple of other pieces of furniture did the same thing. I'm like, you know what? This place is garbage. I'm out.
Well, I've been wanting to get the solar panels put up, and I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I need to go ahead and get this done. That way we can start turning some sunshine into money. I love doing that.
Hey, let's do the roll call for the chat.
Yeah, let's do that.
And then
Looks like we got 20 some people in here. Hey guys. All
Not
right.
bad for a Wednesday. We got Karen Fisher, Walter Kroll, Grant Russia,
Walter.
all in the house. Sandra
Grant.
Piper, hello.
Sandra.
Ron Meldrum, what's going on? Bigfoot Florida guy, good to see you again. And
Bigfoot Florida guy. Now that's not Matt Larson, is it?
No.
No, he's the Kentucky Bigfoot guy now. Okay.
Right.
Bigfoot Florida guy, welcome. Who else we got here? I think, was that it?
That's it. We got the list.
Got
Yeah,
Mick.
Hey,
Mick.
well, we know Mick's been here.
Yeah. Mick's
So
always
anyway-
here. Robert Dendubin. Robert.
So anyway, I showed you earlier, and it's kind of got me a little rattled, is that Melba Ketchum's new GoFundMe
Yeah.
got up to $26,000.
Oh, wow. That's great. Yeah. Hooray.
What?
$26,000. She was trying to raise 20 grand, right? And got more.
We got more. And it's still open.
Ah.
You know, for her new cryptid study. Now she's going to try. Now that she's proved that Bigfoot exists, which is still in her mind, or Bigfoot is a genetic thing, whatever,
Angel.
I'm not being too articulate tonight, and I apologize. So what happens when I get a little frustrated?
The
Now that which Dogman DNA going to be? Dog and some angel DNA too?
Yeah. Bigfoot is a hybrid. It's
Well,
part.
let me save everybody their 26 grand. Melba, why don't you just come out and say that you have the DNA evidence that Dogman exists, because that's what you're going to say. We already know that. You're going to come up with some other cryptids too. I'm sure we already know you're going to say that, because you have completely thrown away the science book.
Yeah. That's the thing. You'll find some sort of samples that's contaminated.
Yeah,
with human
and that's
DNA.
Rich Farabee, the Bigfoot Florida guy. Rich Farabee, who was on our show not
Hi,
too long
Rich.
ago.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Yes. So, anyway, moving forward, it kind of makes me wonder, and I'm going to say this publicly, and Chris and I have floated this idea around for a while, but I think it may be time for me to create something and start it with a crowdfunding. And we've talked about doing a YouTube TV series for quite some time. And it'll get me around the nation to area hotspots, and we'll get down to the nitty-gritty of it and see what we can see. Now, when I bring stuff to the table with technology and investigatory principle and forensics and all that fun stuff, we may get some answers. So that is in the works. So that is my next.
I think it would be cool to have money go towards real Bigfoot research. People out in the field actually doing something,
right,
and not just banging on the tree, bing, bing, bing.
Well,
and then listening. Yeah. Oh yes, we have Bigfoot here. Okay, let's go to the next area. No.
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I loved watching Finding Bigfoot, but their whole thing was, I think we got activity in this area. Well, we'll see you next week. We're going to 500 miles away.
That's the difference between what you can do with your own film company,
right,
and being sourced a lot differently, because this is how the TV industry is built upon, is this XYZ production company sells this concept to the network. The network's going to pay them X amount of dollars. Then they budget it all up based upon, we got to be here for 3 to 5 days, here to 3 to 5 days, here to 3 to 5 days.
Yeah.
With this is, if something's hot, we can stay another week.
Right. Yeah. Bigfoot does not follow their schedule.
Right.
Right.
And I think that's what I want to do is start crowdfunding, you know, and there's a lot of ideas we got to pop around.
Yeah.
Yet, but going to start crowdfunding that, I want to say, towards the end of November, and we'll crowdfund it through March 31st.
Mm-hmm.
See what we come up with. And if we get to the goal, then I can leave my job and I can go do this. And I think that would be an excellent.
Well, that would be wonderful. I mean, you know, you could spend the time in the field doing what you love,
right,
rather than, you know, the old ball and chain going to the job every day.
Right. And you know, that's the thing. I know Grant says if I won the lottery, I'd put at least $1 million towards equipment. And, you know,
yeah.
You know what? You don't even need that much. I have all the equipment I need.
Yeah.
Right. I have a thermal. I have recording equipment. I have a night vision. I have tons of shitloads of batteries, flashlights, you know, chemical agents, forensic materials. I have all of that. It's been collected over the years and assembled over the years.
Yeah. He's been knocking this equipment out over the years, and none of it's cheap either. It's like, oh.
But I've been knocking this equipment off the year. Now, the whole idea is go out for a week, investigate a sighting for a week or two, or a hot spot for a week or two, come back, do a production, put the show out, and then head back out on the road and do it again.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe that's good enough. Streaming is so much different than your traditional TV. That's another thing. Traditional TV is dying. Why? Because Hollywood, see, you know how you complain about the whole, there's tree knocks, oh, there's Bigfoot, oh, it's got to be Bigfoot, and they move on to the next one.
Yeah, that's
well, there's a reason why that Hollywood can be, as we know, can be very arrogant.
Right.
And that's what they feel that people want.
Yeah.
They want this mystery and keep this mystery going. No, what they want to do is keep their TV show going and keeping the mystery alive.
Yeah.
But what most of us want is the raw, gritty stuff. That's why shows, like even true crime shows that show more body cam footage and crime footage, they do so well because people want to see the real stuff. They don't want this hokey pokey, let's reenact it, let's do this. They want to hear somebody tell a story, and now let the guy go in the field. Let's watch him like we're there. That's what they want.
So that was my thoughts. You know, they do the tree knock, and then there must be Sasquatch here, you know, and then they leave. All right. Well, my idea was, you know, they do the tree knocks, and there must be Sasquatch here. Now let's get started. You know, let's get started on this investigation, and just stay in the field there until you find, you know, evidence. And, you know, if you don't find anything, then maybe those tree knocks weren't what you thought. You know?
And I don't need a lot of tech to go into the woods. I have my tech. My tech comes with me. Yeah. I don't need to set up complicated blinds. I don't need to set up any of that. It's just a matter of getting in there and getting the job done.
Yeah. Be nice to have a microwave, though, you know. That helps with microwave popcorn in the field. But, man, carrying it in and out of the woods would be rough.
No, unfortunately, you know, luckily popcorn is pre-popped, is light, so we can bring in as much popcorn.
That's true. That's true. Just, you know, it's be cold, though. I like having warm popcorn. But that is okay. I could probably live without that.
You got a fire for you.
Yeah.
But anyway, so folks, guess what? The phone lines are open. I'm going to click the number. It's working.
Yes.
We checked it. We got everything working again.
We did our due diligence before the show. We verified it is working. So if it stops working now, well, it's, you know, gremlins or something. I don't know. But, yeah, we did check it out before the show.
Right.
And Mick says, Hollywood arrogant? That's the biggest understatement that someone said there's something fishy about the twin. Okay, whoops, sorry. I wasn't supposed to put that up, Mick, but you got me.
It happens.
But we're not going to talk about that anymore. Yeah, the Hollywood has a certain recipe that they want for their shows, and it's.
And like I remember I was working with a guy who was a filmmaker, and he wasn't really used to dealing with Hollywood, and they kicked back his stuff, and he's like, "I don't understand." I go, "That's Hollywood. They want this cookie cutter approach to everything.
Yeah.
That's why there was, when they did that show that never got renewed, thank God, that Killer Alaskan Bigfoot, right, where it was in Portlock in the end. Oh, look, the cabin. And I go, watch, there's going to be a hook. And my wife, I remember my wife looking at me going, what? I go, watch. And oh my God, the cabin's on fire. I go, there it is.
Wow.
There it is. It just confirms the fakeness of the shows. Not all shows. I mean, Finding Bigfoot, they put their foot down. And
Yeah.
And after the first season, because first season was kind of a debacle.
Yeah.
Due to some really bad editing cuts.
Well, yeah, but
They tried to make things appear that they weren't.
you got to give Matt Moneymaker credit for standing up to him and saying, "Hey,
Got
now
to
wait
give
a
the
minute
whole
now."
team credit for,
That's right.
for staying in line, all four of them. They're like, hey, our reputations are on the line here. Stop it.
You guys can't be doing that.
Which bravo, those are the unsung stories you guys don't know about, is that there wasn't almost a second season of Finding Bigfoot because they were ready to walk after the first season.
Yeah.
Unless certain things were met and certain criteria were met. And it had nothing to do with money. It had to do with integrity.
Yeah, right. And it was mainly one show where they caught a thermal of the horse, and Hollywood was trying to embellish on that a little bit.
Correct. Yep.
And
far be it from another show that says, oh, we're deep into the woods. And as you see the picture of them walking into the woods, there's a pair of tire tracks next to them.
Yeah.
They spent the whole year of the first season at a dude ranch. They were trying to claim it was other stuff.
Oh, I heard one of them speak last Saturday.
No, I mean, Cryptic Crystal, welcome. So if anybody wants to call in, join the conversation, you can actually do that now. Area code 518-855-1450. The line is open.
Mick's got a good comment this time. I scanned it before putting it up. Mick says, Chris, I honestly believe that if Steve had his own personal Tom Slick, the mystery of Sasquatch would be proven. And I think that's an accurate statement, Mick. I really do believe that as well. Because Steve is a very, very good investigator. And when he gets in the woods, he's pretty sharp about picking up on stuff.
Right.
And
that comes after talking to the person first to make sure of that.
If we get him into an area where these creatures are, I'm pretty sure he can locate them, because there's a lot of stuff that he doesn't tell everybody that goes on too.
So pop up Lori's question up. That's a good one.
Lori says, do you feel that Matt truly has integrity? I feel he made his money and maybe now so more truthful, but during that time, not so sure. Oh, well, I kind of understand.
So anyway, Matt is a very strongly opinionated guy, if you know him.
Sure.
So if he's saying something that he truly believes it's a Squatch, you may not believe it, I may not believe it. We don't have to believe it or agree with him.
No.
But yeah, he believes everything. If he says something, he means what he says.
Yes.
Now, has he changed his mind on some things? Absolutely, and so have I over the years. Yeah. I wasn't always so strong. I was very strong about the Bosberg prints until I realized who actually found it. It wasn't Renee Hinton. It was Ivan Marks.
Right.
And despite with Cliff Barrickman thinks of it, or Jeff Meldrum had thought of the Bosberg tracks, or the late Dr. Grover Krantz as well, I wasn't buying into it. I feel that the fact remains that because it was Ivan Marks who had found them, that there is an issue with them.
Right. That's a little taint against the Bosberg Cripplefoot tracks.
Right. That's why integrity is everything. And being honest with everything. I mean, I've looked at my own sightings over and over. I've looked at the Vermont trail cam photo over and over. And I've done, and as technology increases and gets better, I've always applied those newer technologies to the old investigations. It's just like a cold case. Where you have this DNA sample. Now we have the DNA where we can actually figure out who that was that committed that crime.
Right.
And they go back and examine it. Now we have AI. So I'm applying AI to old investigations now to see if we can actually yearn. And those investigations, I was there. I was out there doing the measurements. At least the Vermont Trail Cam photo won the.
Right.
Unfortunately, the Pridgeon video, that one came into me way too late. That area had changed.
Yeah.
Physically,
several years.
Yeah.
VHS.
Right. Well, it wasn't even that. It was the fact that the terrain was so different you couldn't get a point of reference.
Right. Yeah.
You know, that where the festival was so overgrown you couldn't see where the festival was, where they were parked, that was overgrown. But I did get pictures of the tree where I believe was the correct tree, and that was about it.
Yeah, that evidence was gathered when VHS cameras were the big thing. Yeah, so that's been several years ago. Plenty of time for the area to grow up and change completely.
So throw Lori's comment up there again. That's a good one, too. And we do have open phone lines. If anybody wants to call in and join the conversation, 518-855-1450. Go ahead, Chris.
So Lori says, so Steve and Chris, remember the guy who lived in the woods and researching the lady who lived with Bigfoot that needed garlic? Yes.
That would have been Dr. Igor.
Well,
he's not a doctor. Igor Burtsev.
Right.
And
Janice Carter.
Yeah.
Right. That was on a documentary. They were featured on a documentary.
Okay, I think we got the mighty Mick on the line.
You do.
Hey, what's up, Mick?
Hey, Mick. Good to see you, man. Well, good to hear you.
So, what about the Speedo on?
Yeah, I think you cut out there a little bit. But no Speedos tonight. No Speedos tonight.
I do think you got the idea on the YouTube TV series. Go for it. It'll take off.
Why, thank you. I hope so. I really do. It's one of the ideas. I said, you know what, I'm going to float this out to our audience, see what they think. And, again, it'll be a YouTube series. So it's not going to cost anybody any money unless, of course, who knows, it may get picked up by Netflix or anything like that. But even then, I really want to focus on just getting out there, getting the job done, and getting the job done realistically, not the candy crap we've seen. Like I said, I have. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mick.
No, just interject saying that the only danger, that word danger. The only thing that I think go the rails would be people see you as a skeptical. How I feel about it. Skepticism is
right.
If they see you as somebody who's just out there, and nothing's it's not you. Looking for.
I'm missing it, Steve. I think.
Yeah, we do have a bad internet connection here. With
I think so. Yeah. I think their connection is bad, man.
Well, it's either that or my cell phone company.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But we.
I'm not gonna hog the whole show. I'll let go, but you know how I feel about you.
Thank you, Mick. We appreciate you, Mick. Back at you, brother. All right, you take care. Good hearing from you. Maybe sometimes we'll get this whole Wi-Fi winky thing worked out too.
Or even better, drive down there and spend the show.
That's damn right. Damn right. You're only there in Ontario. You'd be closer if you were in Montreal, but all right, my brother. You take care.
Right.
See you, Mick.
Yep.
What a great guy. I wish that call, it was breaking up. I couldn't catch everything, but I could hear parts of it. And I know where he was coming from. And thank you so much for calling in, man.
Yeah, I'm just hoping it's not the tablet.
No, I don't think so. Because we tested it earlier. Oh.
Okay, we got Texas 214 area code. You're on the air.
What's going on?
Hey, who's this?
Don't know who it is.
Oh, I can't tell right now.
Steve, my quality.
Hey, Mike, what's up?
Mike, good to see, or good to hear you. I keep saying good to see you. I can't see you, but good to hear you.
How you doing, brother?
Well, I thought I'd on here. I was starting a YouTube expedition.
Man, now we got the connection, but now the connections are all
Oh, no. It's cutting out again.
All right. Well, hey, we'll see you out here in a little bit.
Yeah, you're sure thing, Mike. God bless you, brother.
Thanks, Mike. Well,
all right. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to undo the Wi-Fi real quick. I'm going to shut the Wi-Fi off on this real quick.
You want me to try call in and give it a test? I'm going to call him on cell.
No.
Okay.
Let's
dang it. It was working. It's making a liar out of me. Everybody's going to say, yeah, sure, Chris. But we did it before the show. We tested it. I called in on the line with my cell, and it worked great. I could hear Steve just fine, and Steve could hear me.
Yep.
And it wasn't breaking up or anything. I don't know what's going on with it now.
Okay, hang on. One more thing. I'm going to be right back.
Okay. But, yeah, I think it would be good if Steve could get a series going and do, I don't know whether made for TV or made for YouTube or made for just streaming services, whatever. But to be out there in the field and actually show the evidence collected. And, if there's not any evidence collected, well, obviously, we probably won't do that episode, but, come up with enough stuff to do several episodes and of a certain area or a certain sighting and investigation and kind of wrap it up, And if there was some way he could get a sighting and, get that on camera too, for everybody else at home, that would be awesome. But, that's kind of like getting struck by lightning twice. It's possible, but not very likely.
Well, here's the deal. I reset the internet and made sure the TV was off in the living room and everything. Okay. So everything should be fine to go. It may just, it may be a Google Voice thing tonight, but you and I talked fine earlier.
We did. And Grant says, if I start walking now, Chris, if you start walking now, you will make it to next year's Whitehall Festival. It'd be kind of cool on me there, Grant. I guess next spring it'd be warming up, though, by that time.
Yeah, you just, try to, walk around, Maryland a little bit and avoid the winter.
Yeah.
Start walking.
Yeah. Oh, man. Maryland is hilly, too, boy. I went across, Interstate 68 quite a bit in Maryland. And, boy, you talking about some hills. They got some hills over there. I mean,
when I came back from Pennsylvania, I drove through Maryland.
Yeah. Whoa! And that's the interstate too, buddy. That's not no side roads.
Reverend Quantum Bigfoot says, "Oh, blame me, guys. I was lurking once. Came in, the line stopped working. Now the lines are working. No. They're just not working well. I think we fixed it. I am using Windows, but the problem is it's not being routed through the computer." So it's the tablet that it's being routed through and the and the Roadcaster. So I think the issue, and Chris and I had a perfect call earlier.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it could be just a bad Wi-Fi signal to wherever. I don't know.
Or the bandwidth on StreamYard, maybe.
No, because our regular podcast is going fine. I can kind of track it. If it's StreamYard, it happens here.
Yeah.
If it's the Roadcaster, you wouldn't hear anything at all. And if it's the internet connection between Google to Google, that's probably what it was.
Yeah.
And considering that YouTube is part of Google, had that little issue earlier, so I don't know if... Whereas when you called me earlier, you were dialing directly from your phone number to the Google Voice number, so I don't know. But if anybody wants to try calling back in, you can certainly try. We can all try this again. Because usually if I get a bad Wi-Fi connection, I just shut the internet off, turn it back on as far as the connection on that. So
Grant, it's funny that you bring up the question about migration, because we used to think that, and I used to think that, and at to some extent, maybe a little bit too. But I used to think that that they would be moving down south in the winter, then back up north in the summer, and because we would get activity in the spring and in the fall.
Right.
So, what else goes, the birds go south in the fall and they come back north in the spring. So I was thinking I was kind of maybe relating that to
and the sun goes up and the moon goes down.
like a migration thing, but now I'm not sure. And
it all depends on weather. If you find an area that's like temperate all year round,
right,
there's really no need to kind of move around.
I think it's more just they follow the food sources, food supply.
And Mick, I would say maybe nomadic, but the problem is that we've had consistent sightings in areas for years. So that doesn't always ring true.
Yeah. Kind of weird.
Strange, bizarre.
It depends,
odd.
Yeah. I know I can go into a certain area to where I had a lot of sightings back in 2010, and there's not one bit of evidence of any activity. There's nothing going on. You can't find any new tracks on the ground, anything like that. So it's like, well, okay, I know they were here then. Where are they at now? And I don't know. I think they just, they move around. They look for the food, and, of course I would do the same thing. Well, you would too, I guess. If you lived out in the woods and you lived on turkeys and deer, and then the turkeys and deer supply started running out, well, you'd probably go over to the next place over and till you find a fresh supply of food. And if they eat turkeys and deer, I don't know. I know we got plenty of them around here, and I do.
Yeah, so the whole idea of getting back to the whole TV show idea, that has always been a little pet project, I think. And things like COVID hit, and that slowed the process down a bit. Now we're, several years beyond COVID. I think we can move forward a little bit because the economy shutting down killed everything, killed a lot of people's pocketbooks.
Yeah.
Even to this day, I see restaurants going out of business because they've never fully recovered out of the shutdown out of COVID.
Right. And things are not cheap. Okay. I would like to see prices get back down, and that would kind of help everybody.
Why, thank you.
Wow, Texas Bigfoot Rangers.
But believe it or not, I have
Thank you so much.
I have the highest internet function, so it's somewhere in the cogs of whatever. But thank you, Mike. We will fix that.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate that.
I'm hoping that I'm going to make sure we start that and mention that later. I think that's, starting probably, it'll be soon. Yeah, the beach rod says every place he went to.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grant, the woods were packed, but, it was cheap. It was cheap to do stuff like that. Why, thank you, Lori.
All right. Lori Gibbs, thank you so much for a $5 super sticker. Wow. Thank you so much. You guys, you're too kind. All of you. Better than we deserve. Thank you so much. And Grant Raja is a new member.
Thank you, Grant.
Appreciate that, Grant. Wow.
But... we definitely have, I leveled up last year. We definitely have the photographic equipment to do it with the GoPro, the new GoPro, which can shoot in 4K. We have the mics to do that show. We have a couple of H2 zooms, which can pick up a lot of audio. We have We have a parabolic mic too, believe it or not. I don't pull that one out that much. Have night vision, have a good thermal, all which have recording capabilities.
Right. And you know, the thing about researching is while you're out in the field, okay, you're not making any money. Okay, the electric bill at home still has to be paid. You still have to buy groceries, all right? But while you're out in the field researching to where you can get the most stuff done, you're not making any money. If there was some way you could do the GoFundMe and get funded for that time so you could have a house or electricity and groceries in your, so you don't have to worry about, you know, paying the electric bill. You could be out there, man. And
well, it all gets
this
padded
mystery.
into the GoFundMe period of time that I want to do it. And then hopefully the whole idea is to stop the crowdfunding and keep the show doing itself. Thank you, Mick.
Texas Bigfoot Ranger.
Speedo calendar for the ladies.
Goodness, mate. Thank you, Mick. Appreciate you. I don't know about the Speedo calendar, bud. Don't know about that, but we appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, I got him.
Yeah.
Steve.
Hello, Arthur. How are you? And
Steve
thank you again, Texas.
Gosh, you guys.
You
You're
guys
too
are awesome.
kind. Thank you so much.
And, you know, like I say, there'll be a lot of places on the bucket list as well.
Yeah.
I would like to get down to Fouke, Arkansas.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be a good one.
I would like to get out to Bluff Creek.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, to me, that's one of the holy grail places you should go as a Bigfoot investigator, to go see Bluff Creek. Yeah.
See, when I was down in Fouke, I did not know Lyle at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But the beautiful thing is I can go down to Fouke now and call up Lyle and say, hey, or make arrangements with Lyle.
Yeah.
He'll take me right to where the Ford farm was. He'll take me to all these different places where things happened.
I think that would be great to do like a historical perspective of it. But, you know, I don't know, man, if there's going to be any recent sightings there.
Well, I'm going to tell you, when I went down there, and that was a while ago, it was over 10 years, it was like 15 years ago I was down there. No, it's about 12 years ago.
Oh.
And they were like, the activity goes on pretty constant. It's like not you know, it's just not as publicized.
All right.
Right.
Well, I guess they've had enough.
It's kind of like Whitehall. You know, there's sightings that go on Whitehall. You don't see that in the newspaper anymore.
Right.
And when it first happened, it became this big media sensation.
Yeah.
And then media dies down, but...
There's private man. Yeah. After a while, I guess the people, when they have a sighting, instead of being excited about it, it's like, yeah, I saw it again. Yeah. I had another sighting. And Mick says, I'd love to see you do a deep dive in Minerva, Ohio, or Honobia, Oklahoma, Steve.
Honobia.
On site. Honobia. On site would be amazing. I agree.
100%.
I'm a little bit skeptical about Bigfoot's going to get us in the cabin thing, but it's possible.
Right. Where did I see somebody had a film? It could be on the Sasquatch archives curated by Todd Prescott.
Honobia.
He's got a Fred Beck interview from back in the day.
Yes. I listened to that. Yeah, it's very good. And I think you're right. I believe it is on Todd Prescott's YouTube channel.
Grass just showed up. He said, okay, you can start now.
Grasshopper. Good to see you, man. Yes, he was interviewing Fred Beck, and I don't remember what the year was on the interview, but while Fred Beck was speaking, he was using some descriptive languages that would probably be offensive now, which certainly are offensive. But some of the things he said was, all in all was perfectly reasonable. There was none of this talk about we followed the spirit arrow into the canyon like was in his book, I fought the 8 men of Mount St. Helens or something like that. In that book, he did a lot of...
Hi, Jen, have fun.
Yeah, there was a lot of woo in his book.
Yep.
And, it's thought that maybe his son interjected interjected that woo into that book to make it sell more.
Yeah, well, it certainly wasn't there when he first came out with the...
No,
sighting,
all that stuff was added on later. Yeah.
And believe it or not, Lori, I have that same passion. If I could be out there, I would be. Fortunately, I got to work. And Seth started his projects up with a little personal money and some crowdfunding, and he still crowdfunds all his films. I don't want to do that. I want to crowdfund the first one, and hopefully, or the first series. Mind you, I'm not doing movies. I'm doing a series. Right. And once, hopefully, that will take off into something bigger and better.
Yeah. Mike says, Texas Bigfoot Conference this weekend. All right, man. I wish it was closer.
Well, you make sure you say hello to everybody for me.
Yep.
I don't know Ryan Edwards or Mitchell Whittington, but I do know, of course, Shelley. I do know Lyle, and I do know Matt. So make sure you say hello to them all for me.
Let me find some information on this.
Grasshopper, are you retired or retread? That's okay. I caught the local news doing a flub today.
Oh,
on their,
yeah.
On their website. Hang on, let me pull this up.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna get a kick out of this one. Talking about funny.
Yes.
Nope, that's not it.
The Texas Bigfoot Conference will be held this weekend, October 17th through the 19th. Confirmed speakers: Matt Moneymaker, Lyle Blackburn, Michael Mays. I think that's right. Michael Mays. Okay.
Michael Mays.
You'll have to excuse me, people. I do not have my reading glasses on. Shelley Covington, Montana. Ryan Edwards. Mitchell Whittington, I think it is. Schedule events. I'm not going to go over that.
Hey, so read the beginning of this article, Chris. You'll enjoy this one.
Oh no. Wait a minute, let me make it big. I can't see the chat now.
Oh.
Glen Falls, New York, WNYT.
That's
a man. Yeah, okay. A man is accused of trying to break into a Glen Falls home, which police said knocked an air conditioner out of a window and almost hit a child. Glen Falls police said the man, identified as 43-year-old Justin D. Rilchick or Rick
Rychik.
Rychik.
Whatever, some idiot.
Okay, Justin entered through the window of the home on Division Street around 1:30 a.m. on October 5th. Well, Justin, he's lucky he didn't enter the wrong home.
Now you can read the next sentence, and that's where you can stop.
Okay. The air conditioner fell, which caused the air conditioner to wake up and cry, according to police. Okay. They lost me there. They lost me.
Now, mind you, I'm reading the news. I do that when I come home. I do it in the morning. And I'll look at the national news, I'll look at the two of the three local affiliates.
Oh.
And I read that one. And I was like, it cost the air conditioner to wake up and cry. I think they meant to wake the child to wake up and cry.
Yeah, I would
but
think
they
so.
said the air conditioner, which...
Yeah.
Oh, man. Mike, it probably won't be hitting till spring next year. I got to get a crowdfunding thing going. And if we can raise enough money, I can go ahead and do that because I have to leave my job. And
got to have money for the electric bill and bologna sandwiches first.
Yeah.
Without that, without the bologna sandwich and the electric, it's hard to make it by. But I hope everything will go right. I hope it'll go all right. But, you know, that's the thing. Because, Steve, and here's the thing. I don't want you to get your hopes up too much, because we are not part of the woo club. And we don't try to portray this mystery as anything other than a biological being that has not been discovered by scientists yet, or proven to science to exist yet. So that's the thing. When you get off onto the woo side, oh, maybe Bigfoot is a UFO. Well, then you get all the other people. Hey, you know, maybe I'll put some money in for that, you know. Or maybe Bigfoot is paranormal. Well, I'll put some money in for that.
And we have experimented with this channel over the years. And there's only been one successful experiment, and that was the Bigfoot vlogs, which I'll be picking up again doing next week. I took a couple of weeks off. I just need to reset the mind and the sense of humor a little bit.
Yeah, I like that.
But we've done equipment reviews, and they do dismal. Live shows do great. The shorts do great when they're Bigfoot vlogs. The long form stuff only does well when it's on certain hot button topics. And they can be a real pain in the ass to produce. So if I'm going to spend my time on production, I'm going to spend it on a series that people will actually watch, because, you know, there's times you can write about, you know, Sasquatch Ontario or whoever and do an expose. And yeah, over time we may get a few thousand hits on those. Big deal. Right. But then we look at other topics where we did the Meldrum tributes, and we did stuff on, you know, like the trail cam video where we did that analysis and had the witness on live. Huge ratings, huge views. So at least in our scope, maybe not in like Mr. Beast scope or anybody like that, but.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people are more interested in the magical Bigfoot, the disappearing into a portal Bigfoot, rather than what we consider biological Bigfoot. And it's just, you know, I don't know why that is, but I'm not going down that other road. I don't care. I don't care if they throw money at me or not. I'm not going down that road to where, oh yes, Bigfoot is actually a hairy leprechaun, you know, and they come here through portals from the UFO.
And they tree knock with their shillelaghs.
Yes. We're not going there.
Right. So I you know, the groundwork will be for the show. We'll be taking a hot spotted area.
Yeah.
Or a well-known area. And maybe speaking to a few witnesses, actually going out and doing the research.
Right.
As, you know, the Squatch Detective does research. And moving on. And if the beautiful thing about it is when we do the series, we don't know where it's going to turn. The way your true investigation goes. You know, it's going to be basically a reality show of a Bigfoot investigation. And people ask, like Mike, how do people get to the road of woo? That's a great question. Well, what happens is some people turn out of frustration. And we've seen that with our super intelligent, bright people. And I caution this, that the really, really bright intellectual people can be flaky as anything at times. I mean, if you absorb as much crime stuff as I have over the years, you know, the wackiest homicides are caused by the people that are really intellectually smart, and they snap. Now, I think that's what happened with Eric Beckshire. Here's a guy, Mensa member, he's a genius IQ, University of Berkeley, has a master's, really smart guy, and snapped and began to believe in woo, and Bigfoot was talking to him. Why? Well, probably because he couldn't figure that in some of these people, there is a fair amount of psychopathy a bit. Well, if I can't figure this out, it's got to be, if I can't figure this out using the tools given to me, it's got to be something beyond that. It's got to be something supernatural. That's the line of thought their minds work on. And you'll get that in their arguments. Well, tell me why, why can't, like Eric goes, why can't we find the poop? If they're right, why can't we find, well, maybe you haven't found poop, but there's been a lot of other people that have found questionable scat over the years before we could test it.
Cryptic Crystal says, hey, you can't outsmart the facts. And that's exactly right.
Amen.
Exactly right. I think maybe it may be something to do with their own ego, Steve.
Yes, exactly. That's all part of psychopathy.
Yes, it may be part of that because, you got to respect them as an intelligent person, and that's fine. But they get on this trip to where, well, if I can't figure it out, then it must be this, something else. And that's not the way the world works, If I can't figure it out, that means I haven't figured it out yet. Oh, man.
Yeah, very true, Mick. I said, don't take that for being everyone, Mick. As far as, I too do not hold a small IQ. I'm not going to say what my IQ is, but it's nothing small, that's for sure. I was the kid who used to fix VCRs. When I was 12 years old, I taught myself how to fix VCRs. I would fix those digital clock radios. Did it all myself. No books, no nothing. Just opened it up, figured it out what was wrong. But yes, the woo people. And then there are some people that just want to accelerate their research methods, I suppose. And I'm all knowing. I'm all knowing. So yes, the Bigfoot is is this or that. So if you have some scat, if you can get some pictures of it, that would be great. Maybe we can start looking at it that way. Use a ruler next to it, something we can see size, so we can look at the width of the poop, the length of the poop, and even a small sample if you can cut one up and mash it out to see what it's eating.
We need Eric Beckford in this one. Poop everywhere.
Poop.
That it's actually scat samples are very important. They can not only provide DNA evidence from the stomach cells or the cells on the lining of the tubes. They also provide a diet of what the creature is subsisting on, and it's just
Poop.
Yes,
Everywhere. Poop.
If we could find some, it could tell us so much about these creatures. And, there have been cases to where people has very credible. Okay. I'll give one example.
Since we have such a good crowd in here tonight, I think we'll go a little bit over because we cut it short a little bit.
We can extend it a little bit. Yeah. We shorted everybody a little bit last show. But, the man over in Western Kentucky here in Kentucky, which I won't mention his name because he didn't want that brought up. During the period of his sightings, he found a large scat dropping, what you call it, excrement on the trail, and he said it was roughly the size of diameter of a soda can, and about twice the length. Okay. And at that time, this was before the DNA or anything. We're talking, this is probably the 1960s or early 1970s. DNA was not a thing. So it never occurred to him on God's green earth to pick up this sample and keep it, you know. But my goodness, if he had, there's so much we could have learned right there. Yeah. He would have had a very good DNA sample right there. Plus, you know, what's it been eating? What's it been eating?
What's it been eating? Isn't that a terrorist name? What's it been eating?
What do they eat? I don't know.
So it's very interesting. Corn Cob brought up the chupacabra. And there is something that has completely morphed into something completely different than its original incantation, I should say. Like the original chupacabra looked like a reptile.
Yeah.
Stood on 2 feet, was very small, had 2 little, maybe T-Rex arms, had teeth, big eyes, and supposedly responsible for all these goat deaths in Puerto Rico. That's why they named it the goat sucker. That's what the chupacabra means.
It was
And
like
for some reason, in the South, people started seeing these yotes with mange or wolves with mange where they became hairless. And they automatically said, oh, that's a chupacabra. It looks nothing like the original chupacabra discovered.
Right.
Chupacabra doesn't look like a dog.
Yes.
It looks like a chupacabra. It's kind of unique.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen the original drawing of a chupacabra. Now, let me see if I can pull one up.
Mm-hmm. Creepy little, goat vampire. That's what they call them, the goat suckers. Okay, they're supposed to suck the blood from the goats. And, and we had several years ago, there was a report of a chupacabra in Kentucky. And that was only like 45 minutes away from here, maybe less than that, as the crow flies. But it was just a raccoon with mange, and that's all it was. Nothing else. But it made, at least national headlines. Kentucky. Yes, there you go.
Now, the one on the right is not a chupacabra. That was actually a creature created for the show Species.
Yeah.
But,
that looks good. Yeah.
Well, somebody tried calling but hung up.
Yes, the chupacabra, the original description on the left. A little reptilian-looking dude.
Here we go. Let's see if we can get Mick on the line now.
I think I've seen some with fangs, too.
Okay, let's give this a wild try, number 2. Hello, Mick. Man, that is just not working.
Tag on it.
Well, I propose we go on April day.
Yeah, Mick, we can't get you at all. We're getting like every third word.
Yeah, daggone it. Well, thank you for calling in, though, Mick. Anyway, and Grant said he better get up the meatloaf recipe. Man.
Yeah, I don't know why that's doing that tonight.
I don't know. Well, we thought we had it.
I'm not dead yet.
Mike says, I have 7 DNA swabs to be revealed on Sasquatch when legend meets science.
Number 2.
Yeah, part 2. That's going to be interesting.
Yep, Kareem, that's true. And welcome, Kareem, by the way. Yep. Welcome to the show.
Glad to have you.
And that's right, Scammer Ontario. Yeah, that's that. I don't know. Oh, by the way, while we're on that topic of Canada, so I had a little interesting conversation with a gentleman by the name of Robert Maxwell. Mm-hmm. Now, for those who don't know Robert Maxwell, he's the one who runs the channel, The Cabin in the Woods. That's been putting out a lot of disinfo on stuff. And, he said, well, I can't come on because of short notice, but I'm sure to check out your stuff. And he says, but, I said, well, pick any Sunday. And I said, listen, I've been critical of your work, but I want to have an honest discussion, and I want to see what you're saying. And guess what? I haven't heard a word from him yet since.
Suspicious.
So I'm gonna give him a few days.
Well, yeah.
And over the weekend I'll write him again.
Right.
And if he chooses to ignore that one, well, then we'll have to do our episode on him on ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah, and we've Kareem, I don't know if you've caught some of our previous shows, but we actually did a show on Cabin in the Woods a little bit ago.
Yeah.
When he was talking about the Ketchum study and all the wrong and incorrect things he had said on there, and actually misquoted a guy who actually said, "You're misquoting me," and then he deleted his comment. So
yeah,
I would love just to ask and get his point of views on that. And, he allegedly has had a sighting himself or an experience himself. I'd like to do a little deep dive into that as well. So, being fair, being honest, letting the guy have some airtime as well to tell his side of the story.
Right.
We offer it, and a lot of people don't want to do it. We did it. Yes, that's right, Grant. And a week afterwards, the New York Bigfoot Conference, the second one. So,
very cool.
Rumor has it I will be there too. Maybe not speaking, but I'll be there.
And it's not like we want him to be on the show for gotcha, stuff. No, we just want to ask him questions. And if he can't answer questions, I mean, well,
we have the court of public opinion right here.
Yeah.
And our folks are great and nice, and they'll maintain their respect.
Sure.
There's nice ways of saying I'm not really buying what you're selling.
We never mistreat a guest. Never. Sometimes, the chat gets a little unruly. Well, it's not normally. It's not none of our regulars. It's somebody that came in, But
now, Corncob, you said coyote, dog, possum, craziest thing you ever saw. Do you know coyotes, when they have no fur on their noses are so pointed they almost look like a possum?
Yeah. Possums are not beautiful to look at. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to throw stones here because I live in a glass house. But possums are kind of scary looking. And, I've had one scare me to death. Oh, man.
He had a rock throwing incident. I got to do a little more deeper into that. I'm not really at liberty right now to go out and convincingly say he saw a Bigfoot, but I will revisit his encounters. He was on 3 separate podcasts telling his story before he started doing his own Cabin in the Woods channel. So, and there are some things I'd like to ask him about that because something doesn't sound quite right, but we'll find out.
Oh, Grant. What does possum taste like? It may taste like sweet potato pie, Grant, but I will never know. I will never know. I've heard that the taste is similar to pork. I've heard that, but I have not tried one myself and probably won't. But
amen, Kareem. Amen.
I have eaten groundhog, and groundhog was good.
Oh, Texas Jack says tastes kind of like pork. So we do have somebody that's...
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, but I've not tried one. And I have tried groundhog, though. They do taste like pork. And matter of fact, my grandfather on my mother's side was very fond of groundhog. And my grandmother, he would clean them. He would shoot one, clean it, bring it in. And my grandmother would bake them in the oven. And, of course, I didn't have any of those, but I did go hunting for one. And several years ago, and my mother baked it, and I tried it, and I mean, dang, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Truthfully,
Like a pork roast.
my favorite's still rigor mortis tortoise.
I don't think I'm going to eat no turtle or tortoise.
Centerline bovine.
Centerline bovine. Okay, well, I could handle that.
Yeah, the menu at the Roadkill Cafe.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
And don't forget, finish it up with some German Shepherd pie.
But I grew up eating squirrels.
Flat cat
Right.
in a pile or in a stack.
No. Rabbits. I horrified my wife. She came here from Thailand, and we were talking about rabbits one day at my mom's house. I said, "Boy, I'd love to have a good rabbit, a fried rabbit." And she just horrified. What? I said, "A rabbit? You eat rabbit?" I said, "Yeah." I mean,
Sure.
not every day, but yeah.
A plate of platypus. Why not?
But she informed me. She said, "No. In Thailand, we keep rabbits for pets. We do not eat them." I said, "Okay, well, I saw videos of people in China eating cats, and we keep cats for pets."
Meow.
So, squirrel's good. Yeah, Ron. Ron said he had squirrel once, but never possum. Yeah, me neither. No, I'm not going to go out of my way to try it either, Ron. I don't blame you. Like I said before, it may taste like pumpkin pie, or sweet potato pie, but I'll never know.
Wait, what did you see them eating? Cats?
Yeah.
I'll
I
pass.
saw. It's been several years ago. I saw a TV show about the Chinese people. And I'm not all. I'm not saying this. Everybody in China does this, but certain groups in China eat cats.
So, what do you think a Bigfoot eats? Do they eat rabbits? How do they catch them? Are they that fast they can catch them?
I don't know if they eat rabbits or not, man.
Because the way I look at it is that maybe they're ambush predators, but
They're certainly fast. Yeah.
right, yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I know they can. I know they eat bark. Oh no.
That poor cat is scared the heck out of his cat using that sound effect.
Yes, Texas Jack. Yes, I did point that out. I said, "Hey, wait a minute now."
Yeah, Grant, good point.
We were watching this one show about something. Who was it? Andrew Zimmern, and he went to Bangkok, and
Yeah,
they
he
were.
eats all those weird things.
Yeah, he eats weird stuff, and he found a booth where somebody was selling, bugs, and they were eating bugs. And I said, "See, they have bugs." And she said, "No. Yeah, no. That's just for tourists."
Good for her.
That's just for tourists. Yeah.
Yeah, well, this tourist ain't buying it.
No thanks. Yeah. No, if I could have some of that, some chicken curry or red curry or something like that. Yeah, sure. But no, I don't want no bugs in it. We throw that stuff away here in the U.S. If it gets bugs in it, we throw it out.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, sorry, Steve. Go ahead. Hands in the air. Pat Collins says, "Man who goes through airport turnstile going to Bangkok." Okay. Okay. But they do have some weird things in Thailand. And one of the things that I have tried that's really weird is here we started talking about food again, was this fruit called durian. And that's the one thing Andrew Zimmern, who was this foodie guy that has eaten everything in the world. He eats stuff that I wouldn't, know. I don't know. if I was starving to death, I would say no, pass. But he could not eat this, and I did, and it was called durian. And some of the things he said about it, of course, it may have not been true about all durian, but he said it smelled like stinky feet. No, it didn't, not to me. It didn't smell like stinky feet. It was a fruity smell, but it would knock you down. It was so strong. It was like, I can't describe it. It's a fruity smell type, but it was times 1,000. Okay. So if somebody's outside your home and they open one of these things up, even if your windows and doors are closed, you're going to say, what's that? It is that strong.
Hey, have you seen your grandmother in the last 3 days?
What is that? But it didn't smell like anything dead or anything. He said dirty feet, stinky feet. And I was like, no, it doesn't smell like that. But yeah, you wouldn't want to have one of these things inside your home.
But how did it taste?
Well, to me, the texture was that of a mushy, rotten onion, which that really threw my mother off. She tried it. Yes. And the taste was not really oniony. It was kind of weird. It was kind of strange. Oh gosh.
Did it taste
I'm not
like
gonna
a
say
custard, or did it taste like a fruit, or?
It was kind of like a custard.
That's what I've heard.
But it wasn't, just a little bit of vanilla custard in there with some kind of weird fruit, like pomegranate or something mixed in. And the texture was like a rotten onion, a mushy onion. So, you took a bite of this thing and you got it in your mouth and you're chewing it up. And then if you start thinking about it, you're like, mushy onion, Well, you don't want to do that because that made my mother sick. She tried it, and we were, outside the home eating one. And Mom said, yeah, I like it. I thought, well, wait a minute now. I said, here, get another piece then. She took a bite and she said, oh, yeah, it's good. And then she turned around a little bit and then she gagged a little bit.
Ouch.
But see,
and what did you wash it down with?
Joan, get me a Snapple.
Oh, no. No, I don't think I had a drink there. But, yeah, we ate some of that durian. And, I got to say, it wasn't too bad. Now, would I stand in line for a piece of one? No. It's not my thing, man. It's not.
If you're wondering what I'm all looking off screen for, is the office assistant. He has his dog bowl in here, and he's looking up at me with a smile on his face.
Yeah.
He's wagging his tail like I'm going to get up now and get him something.
Yeah. Now, Mick says, Chris, if you freeze the durian, the texture's like frozen sherbet. I could see that. Has a vanilla-like taste to it. Yeah, I could see that too. It was like a vanilla custard and some kind of weird fruit. Okay, something that I don't eat normally. And but the texture just threw me off of it. That's one of the biggest reasons I didn't like it.
Say hi to everybody.
Oh, that's the puppy. Oh man.
Unreal.
Yeah, they do got some spikes on them. That's right, Mick. They do.
All right, I'm gonna be gone for 1 second, and then we come back. We'll do our wrap up.
Okay, man. But I can't recommend durian, but like everything, with food, I say, well, try it once. I stopped at a rest area one time, or a little local truck stop place, and the lady I was trying to get me a box lunch, and they had fried French fries, and you could get mashed potatoes and gravy and fried chicken, whatever. And I saw these little round deep fried things, and I asked this lady, I said, oh, are those mushrooms? Are those deep fried mushrooms? I said, if they are, give me some. She said, no, honey, that's okra. And I was like, and I probably didn't intentionally do it, but I made a face, okay? Because I don't like okra. My dad loved it, and he loved boiled okra. And when I tried it as a kid, I took a bite, and it was like slimy. No. It was not for me. And so she said, well, have you ever tried it? I said, no. She said, well, try one. And she handed me a little piece of okra with the little tongs. And I took a bite, and it was delicious. So
Okay,
I told
Pat,
her, put me
Pat
some on
wants
there.
me to do the cat screech again.
Go ahead. So that's one of my favorite things now on the deep fried stuff is I love deep fried mushrooms and now deep fried okra.
Oh, I love breaded
It's
deep fried
weird.
okra.
It's completely different. If you guys have ever had the boiled okra and it was kind of mushy, you didn't like the texture, try the deep fried okra. It's really good. Shocking.
Oh yeah, deep fried okra. Yeah, I learned that a long time ago when I went south. I wanted to try all the food I could.
Yeah.
And everywhere I saw there was okra. So I'll try some of the fried okra. Oh my God, it was so good.
Yeah.
I also do like zucchini. I make a zucchini squash, so it gets very soupy and mushy, but it's delicious. It's just a flavor on it with salt in it is just so, and the broth with it is so good. It's just.
Mick says stir-fried okra is awesome. Yeah, Mick, my wife discovered okra for the first time when she came here. Now, I'm sure they've got it in Thailand, but she never had it before coming here, And so now she buys the frozen okra at the store, and then she'll either stir-fry that or she'll make a little curry and cut some up and drop it in there. But she loves it. She loves okra with tomatoes. She loves that. I'm not too crazy about that, okay, But if it's deep fried, I'm all in, man, All in. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're getting hungry now. We always end up talking about food.
I know. What the hell?
I know why I always talk about food.
Go back to talking about scat.
Oh man.
So anyway, it's
yeah, we better get out of here, man.
Yeah, I'm so sorry that for whatever reason now we're having this buffering problem. So there is one other way I can connect this tablet that might not have that buffering problem, but it's going to take me a few days to figure it out. So,
yeah, Grant breaded zucchini. Yeah, it's good. I've tried that. We tried it before the show, guys, and everything was A-okay.
But the difference was you were on a landline phone or a cell phone.
Cell phone. I called from my cell, and then it seemed to work just fine.
So I don't know if people are making internet calls or they're calling on their cell phone, but for whatever reason, the internet or the Bluetooth is buffering now, which I don't get.
You want to try just an experiment? Let me call in on my cell phone and see if it's working.
Go right ahead, Chris.
We'll just try it. If you guys can be patient with us just for 1 minute. I'm going to mute out.
Yeah, we want to see if this is a problem on your internet side or our tablet side, because it's not the internet side here. So Chris just trying to find the phone number. And there's Chris. Hello, Chris. Uh-oh, sounds like there's an internet problem.
It's still ringing.
Oh, hang on. I got somebody else calling in. That's why. Try calling me again. Chris can't hear me.
No, I got your voicemail this time.
Yeah, you know what? Hold on.
Okay.
Call me back again.
Okay.
Because somebody called in.
Oh, okay.
And now let Chris do this, guys.
Let me try. Let me mute out again.
All right, Chris, are you on the air? Yeah, there's something going on with the internet tonight.
I could hear you just fine.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can think of is, I mean, there are so many glitches with this, which is the reason why I haven't started the call-in show over at the other channel.
Right. Well, I was really, really hoping, I was optimistic that we had everything working great.
Try it one more time.
Oh, okay. Got it on quick dial then. Mute out here.
All right, how about now? Yep.
Couldn't hear me?
I figured if I shut the app down and oh, I have no idea. It's a Google tablet, Mick. It's all updated. So.
Oh man.
It's Android.
It worked fine before the show, and then during the show, now we can't get it to work and doing the same thing we did before the show.
Yeah,
I don't understand it.
And I'll tell you right now, listening to that, it's the Bluetooth. It's the Bluetooth compatibility.
Yeah. I don't know why it's doing that.
315. I don't think you're going to get any better connection, but you can try it.
No.
No, not a thing.
Can't hear it. Can't hear anything. No.
All right. Well, we're going to kill the.
I don't think you couldn't hear me at all, could you?
You sounded like Mick.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Well, shoot. Oh man. Yeah, I could hear. Pat said he said I could hear you, Steve, but I could hear Steve. But if
right, but I couldn't hear you guys,
right,
and that is a Bluetooth problem right there.
Yeah.
So. All right.
Oh, well, tack on it.
Still trying.
You hung up on me, Steve. Grant. It's not working, Grant. Sorry, guys. Oh, man. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I asked you if you were there. Nobody answered. And
yeah. It was radio silence there, Grant.
Yeah,
we couldn't hear anybody. So.
Something's not right.
It's not. Yeah, it's not up to snuff. Something's going on with it. But this is really frustrating though, because we did check it before the show and it was working. I was so happy. I was like, oh great, this is going to be good, because we really love it when you guys call in. That the first time we did that and when it was working, that was so fun. And we had some great conversations going on. And but I think it'll work out. We'll eventually get it. I think so. I think it'll work out.
Yeah, but
Steve.
this is an internet problem, Grant. This is a Bluetooth problem. Because it's connecting like that. Everything is working. The internet speed is great. I usually get a warning when there's a problem with buffering on the internet. But for whatever reason, the translation between the two Bluetooth devices not working so well again. And it worked fine just before the show, and then... So there is one other thing I can do. And I'm going to have to make a liar out of buy another cord. And we're just going to have to go on battery power for the tablet. And we'll direct wire the tablet output into the Duocaster, which we can do. We just don't have the cord to do it right now.
Well, that would be good. That way, that would.
Well, I do have the cord. I do have a cord I could use, but I want to get a good one that can manage data very well. And two, because I know the ones I have are used for power a lot. Yeah. And two, I want to. I have to reconfigure the pad, because I have 4 presets. I have 4 sets right here in front of me, and this can take a total of 6. So I have to move the Bluetooth out and move the new set, once it's hardwired in, over to the pad, so I can control it manually real quick instead of having to jump through all kinds of settings. So
it's going to be great, though. When we finally get it working right, it's going to be great.
Yeah, provided I remember to charge the tablet, unless the tablet will charge through the Duocaster, which
it might.
It might. Very might. So, it's a work in progress. But anyway.
Well, we extended the show for a half hour today to kind of make up a little bit. Kind of wish we hadn't had those technical difficulties, but I want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. We really appreciate you. And I think everybody here is a member. And if you're not, or if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. It really helps us with the algorithm and keeps us what do they call that, Steve? Anyway.
Yes.
My brain's gone. Thank you so much.
Well, this Bluetooth stuff does that, though.
You guys, if you subscribe, it helps the algorithm find us in the search engine. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's right. Yeah, that's Lee.
Thank you so much,
leave
guys.
a comment. Say hello to us in the comments as well.
And we have the greatest audience, man, and we know this, and we thank you so much. We're so honored and thrilled to have you guys with us. And you show up on Wednesdays, Fridays, Sundays, whenever we do a show. Thank you so much. We really appreciate this. Thank you.
And I want to thank Mike, Texas Bigfoot Ranger, for the
absolutely
super sticker. I want to thank Lori Gifts for the super sticker. I want to thank the folks that joined the membership tonight.
Thank you.
And that's the cool thing. We'll be out in the road. We'll be shooting some. If we can get this going, the members will get some extra video out of it too, as well. Maybe some. You'll actually get Steve vlogs instead of Bigfoot vlogs.
That would be good.
Hey, we're going out here today, so you guys will be abreast of that and know what's happening. It's about turning the channel into something here, and we'll be probably rolling out that GoFundMe probably in about a month and a half. We'll see. And like I said, if we can raise X amount of dollars, and this is going to take a lot of pushing from our fans here. We're going to need to push that, spread that, and make this happen. Kulls on the road, something. But we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty of investigations, and that's going to be great. It's going to be fun. It's going to be an awesome time. But anyway, on behalf of me, we love you guys. We've got the greatest audience in the world. We love you guys. And, of course, we'll see you Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on Squatch-D TV. We'll catch you all Friday.
We thank you for being here with us on Squatch-D TV. If you haven't taken the time yet, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And oh yes, hit that notification bell too. We don't want you to miss anything. If you really like our content, you should consider becoming a member, and it's really inexpensive and a great way to support not only the show, but honest Bigfoot research. Everyone have a great week. Be safe and God bless. We will see you all here next time on Squatch-D TV. Keep on squatching.